It's week 13 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one. And it's coming up next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Glad to have you with us, football fans. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt up here in the broadcast booth. And Brock, one side with a clear advantage coming into this one, coming off the bye week, while their opposition, well, not only are they less rested, but they're coming off a big L as well.
Just a reality. I'm sorry. Just a reality of the NFL that every season you're going to catch somebody coming off a bye or in more time to rest up than you did. And if you feel sorry for yourself, well, you're probably going to lose. When these games come along, it's time to grit your teeth and work even harder on those tired legs. And you're going to see a lot of teams in that spot try some big plays early to grab that momentum right from the jump.
Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they'll have a veteran leading them out. It's their 9th-year quarterback.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
Straight to the air they go. It is cut left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got it near the 10. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he only gets this one down to the 9. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. And they send a man in motion. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Pass play coming here. He's got it! And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
His return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And leading the way is their 4th-year QB.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
And he'll get it up to the 27. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 8. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Back to throw. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On 1st down, they'll run. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now after the incomplete pass, we've got someone shaken up and in need of some medical attention. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Scooped up by the defense. Wow, oh wow. He sent his offense out twice now, and both times they fumbled it away. I'm not sure who's more aggravated, the dudes down there or the dude next to me up here.
Well, I'm aggravated, but I know the guy on the field wants to put the offense in the doghouse, like all of them right now. This can't happen in the NFL, Kate. And a lot of guys out there, they got to be looking to one another. Hold each other accountable to hold on to the ball.
A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Throwing now, following the turnover. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Setting up a throw. Has it down close. He has the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys take a 4-point lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now this offense ready to head back out. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Putting the tight end in motion. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Looking to the air here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll throw on 1st. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. So it's 2nd down coming up. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get an even 10 on that play. And they're going to have a 1st down. They'll run the counter. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They're throwing it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Here comes their offense out again. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. They get 28 out of that play. And that'll give them a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go play action on 1st. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play. And now they face 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Brought in right side. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
To throw it on 1st down. Cut out left. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Forced out to his right. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completed to his running back. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He'll throw it. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Hits his running back.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. This offense ready to get going again now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Airing it out to start this drive. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. This offense getting all set for this series. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They go play action here. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Throwing now on 1st down. He's got a man left. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. Complete over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Still sticking with the passing game. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. He makes it in for the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense making its way back out now. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion right. Play action on 1st down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That one's complete over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. There's a give up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Throwing now, needing a first. He's got it to his running back. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first. That puts us at the 2-minute warning. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They'll try and throw it here. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Caught near the goal line. And in for the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return starts at the 3. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd down from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. First and 10, they're going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up 1st down. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. He's going to throw this one. Completed to his running back. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. And that gives them the first.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
From the red zone now. That one's complete, right side. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out. They'll throw it again. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. They're out and set, first and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Here's 2nd and 5. Complete out to the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. To throw here on first down. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They are throwing it again. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing off the play fake here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fair catch, but we can see both a flag and a punter on the ground. Let's see if this is a call for 5 or 15 yards. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So at halftime, a 15-point game. Some adjustments they've got to make during the break. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking for a throw here. Dumps it off to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Back-to-back carries here. Works his way to the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give him a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They'll send their tight end right. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the out cut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Dump off caught by his back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. They've got first down from the 31. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 2nd and 3 now. From the 37. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And they'll have first down. Handoff now out of the gun. And this one doesn't go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's got time here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The offense getting set to go. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Airing it out to start this drive. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion left. From the 29. Short pass brought in. And he reaches the 35 before going out. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Motioning left is their running back. Here he is on 3rd and long. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down after a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. And he turns a little room into a gain up to the 17. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. That's a pickup of 9. And they're going to have a 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
To throw it on 1st down. That one's complete right side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass caught by his tight end. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Still sticking with the passing game. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Hand off to the back. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's a throw. Completed over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. So this one sails over the sideline, and they'll spot it where a touchback would go at the 20-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Completed to his running back.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, ball at the 36. They'll throw it again. Complete over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They are throwing it again. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. 2nd and 3 now. From the 42. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's able to get this down to the edge of the red zone. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Another carry for him. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Back now, pressure on its way. Cut near the goal line. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Throwing now from the gun. He's got it. Touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys make it an 11-point ball game. They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And they've got it. No problem for the receiving team. The onside attempt fails. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks them, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Trying the right side. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running back sent in motion. Hauled in left side. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. give now from the gun. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Back to the well again. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. It is caught left side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. So the defense gaming the clock a little bit. So they call a timeout just before our 2-minute warning. 2:04 to go. They'll try and punch it in. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys leading by 11. Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. There's a give, left side. And he's brought down for a loss. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The offense headed back to the field. And even with a good amount to the final 2 minutes remaining, no timeouts left, so they should be able to kneel this out. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now we're on the counter. And he's got a modest gain up to the 41-yard line. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It was a great effort from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.